friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the second part to the haul that I did for homeschool here. That video covered a lot of the stuff that I had bought, a lot of my favorite things. I feel like I did a really good job this year buying manipulatives. I just need to make sure that they're in my face and I implement them. One thing that I showed you guys last week that I'm going to show you again, Lazy Susan with the little storage containers that I picked up from Walmart. I have that in front of me, so I'm just going to share it with you guys. It has all their school supplies in there. So this is it. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's pretty, right? Did label some of them. Some of them says their name on there so that, you know, they're using their own markers. They will share, but, you know, the desire to have their own sometimes is important. So I did go ahead and label some of them. So this is how we're holding their school supplies in the center of the homeschool table. Okay, let's move on. First of all, no matter what math we end up using, which I think we're just going to finish up math that we didn't finish last year, there are a few things on my list that I feel like they need to master. When tutoring, there's like a common theme for kids that are struggling. I mostly see a struggle with percentages, fractions, decimals, multiplication. They usually do well with multiplication, but it is like fractions, decimals, percentages that is really taking them out. Exponents, expanding numbers, standard form, those things is where I see a struggle at. So because of that, I'm going to focus on that with them. So I'm going to give extra work no matter what we're doing in math. We're going to do extra sections to where we do math workshops and we focus only on those things. We just continuously build off of them because I want them to master them. So with that being said, we purchased fraction wild, like fraction cards. So I grabbed this. We have already been playing it and we already love it. It's kind of like Uno, to be honest with you. If your kids are not familiar with fractions, or maybe you don't feel as confident with them yourself, good way to learn. Everybody can learn together and that's okay. It comes with a fraction cheat sheet here. So this I grabbed on Amazon, and I will try to remember to link it in the video. If it's not there immediately when the video uploads, check back again and I'll have it there for you guys. The next thing that I want to share with you guys is this. It came in a flat package like this. Oops. I actually want to buy another one because I want each of them to have their own. And it came with fraction task card. This is what this looks like. And it sits on the desk like this, like a triangle. And in the back of it, so the front of it, you guys can see it has fraction, the name of the fraction circle, and then the equivalent fraction. So it's just like the simplified version over here. And then on the back, and have this, it's not the same fraction on the other side, so they don't relate. So you flip it to this side, and now you're working on something, you're working on decimals. Fraction, the decimal, so that they can know, they can identify the decimal for the fraction. That's my goal, is to make, like, I want them to see it and know what that decimal is in terms of a fraction, and vice versa. So the percentage and then the fraction rectangle. And again, it came with task cards where you're comparing fractions. Let me see what the other ones look like, because all I saw was comparison. I didn't see anything else. So comparing the fractions, seeing if they're greater than, less than, or equal to. Write a fraction for the shaded part. So here is another one. They're like colored on the sides. So yellow and then green, and then orange is find the missing number that makes the fraction equivalent. So then they would have to tell you what that one is right there. That's 2. And then, let's see. So that's orange. Red, show the fraction equivalent of 0.3. Right there. And which fraction is equal to 1/5? So those are questions that you can ask them while they're using this math manipulative, and I love it. You can keep in like a Ziploc bag, or if you guys remember, I purchased the little crayon containers, the plastic crayon containers. These came from Walmart, and they were, I don't know, 50 cents or $1, but these can just be stored right in there, and we're good to go. The thing that I purchased them, I haven't even opened it as I did that one, is this flip chart. So this one is similar to the other one. It's a flip chart, so it folds down like this and sits on top of the table, like so. This one covers a picture, and then who. It helps you write a sentence. I guess I should say that. It helps to identify the parts of a sentence. So who, the girl, do what, she wrote, to what, a letter, where, a classroom, and when, in the afternoon. And you can flip these to make them say whatever it is that you want, and then they can identify it, right? So here is another one. Now on the other side, I have to flip one over, whoops. On the other side, it teaches like more specific how to identify the sentence here. And so it has the article or the pronoun, the adjective, the noun, the verb, the preposition, and the noun, another noun down here. One thing that I want them to master is like 5 past, 10 past, you know, half past, a quarter to. That whole thing kind of gets them like they lose their confidence fast with that. So we have clocks and things like that, but I bought this one. Okay. This one is flat, and it goes to like whatever, like 5 o'clock, a quarter past 5, half past 5, a quarter to 6. It's magnetic. Like the stickers are here to make it so that it's magnetic on each side. You can hang it. There's a rope in here if you want to hang it. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if I can fit it on my board or not, but it comes with a dry erase marker. You can write on here, and they can write the times at the bottom. I don't really have posters hanging up because as you can see, I don't have a lot of space. I feel like there is a benefit in having things visible for the kids, like over and over again, like having something that they can reference consistently. Now, these bookshelves here, there's nothing in the middle, as you guys probably saw before. I am considering putting poster boards inside the walls here. Let me show you. So as you can see here, there is nothing on this side, and I'm considering putting posters there, but we'll see. I don't know yet. I have tried it in the past. It didn't last long because I was like, can't do it. But I could also take down this picture and put them there. The only thing to keep in mind for me is that I don't like my nails. I got my nails done. For those of you who watched my old video and I was like, oh, I gotta get these nails done. So I did end up getting my nails done with a bright color. This is not me. I generally get my nails a nude color, like really one of these colors for my nails. And so this was a big deal that I got them this bright. So having a lot of color, even these bookshelves, it's a lot for me, and I always want to take it all down. But I'm trying this year because I feel like as a kid, I remember the classrooms that were bright and colorful, they made me want to do work. They made me want to be there. And the teachers that had like more, now I know it's more of like a vintage style, nothing wrong with it, but it just didn't grab my attention as much. And so if I can grab their attention, I would love to do that. So this year I'm trying my hardest to be a little bit more fun. I tend to do this in the beginning of the school year and then pull back at, towards the Christmas season, and end the year off with like a cleaner look in the room. So we'll see how long this lasts. Nonetheless, we have posters. This will not only work for my kids, but also when I tutor. So what I could do is poke holes in these, put like, what do you call them? Like the rings, place rings in them, and then use it like in one spot, and then flip the charts as I see fit, and like as I deem necessary. So these go over a lot of different things. There are lines, so it tells you parallel, perpendicular. We were going over this last year, so that's fine. Angles might be a little bit advanced for them right now. Maybe this year their curriculum will go, one of their curriculums will go over it. Savannah's won't, but Jace's might. Area and perimeter, we went over that last year. Order of operations, fraction percentages, which I want to keep this out. Place value is important, so I want to have this out. Decimals, again, I'm focusing on that this year. The power of 10, so this is like expanded form, and place value chart. So factors and multiples, metric conversions. So we went over this last year as well. Kilo, hecto, deca, meter, liter, gram, you get it. And then the math, all the math symbols. Something else, I want them to use planners this year. Cameron got a planner last year. I don't know that he used it. He needed to use it. I'm not sure if he used it or not, but I wanted them to have planners. One thing that works out really well whenever I'm tutoring my kids is their planners. Their teachers usually start off in the beginning of the year and they use their planners a lot, and then I can see them dwindle towards the end of the year where they don't use them, but I still use them for them. For the kids that I tutor, I use their planner to write their spelling words in there, and then I would give them a practice test with like the days that they didn't use within that week. I would, jot down what they, have them write down their spelling words and then circle the ones that they needed to practice more. And it was just a communication between me and the parent. I would also write down what we worked on that day in their planners. So I got these planners for them. This one is for Savannah. This one is for Jace. They are beautiful. I don't know how I'm going to share this with you guys. I think maybe I'll put pictures of the planner, a flip through over on Instagram if you guys want to see it, but it has study skills in here. It has parts of speech, misspelled words, punctuation marks, the time, like the clock. It has money conversions, the metric system, fraction, like a multiplication chart, temperature, the solar system, the Bill of Rights, the presidents of the United States, structure of government, states, capitals, and abbreviation. It has a map in here as well. So I got it for this reason as well, so that they can have a reference for things like this. And so I'll just have to flip through this over on Instagram for you guys, because it's going to be really difficult for me to try to flip through, here. So look out for that video over on Instagram. But here is what the inside of the planner looks like. So it comes with a ruler that you can see here at the top, where it says today on it. And then here is the monthly view. It has lines in there. It has books read, goals. And then here is that's an overview of the month, I believe, right? Yes, the month overview. Here's the weekly view. So I love it. I love that it has the spelling words area on there. On the side, I love that it has like a little calendar down here at the bottom. So they both have the exact same one, and it's set up the same throughout the entire book. My lesson planner. This is what it looks like on the outside. I wanted to make sure that the like what was on the inside was more important than the outside visual, because I feel like in the past I've looked for that, like looking for it to look a certain way on the outside. I don't need that. I need it to function properly. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So full page here, but I'm only going to show you half. Okay. So I love all the boxes that you check on the side here. I love the space. And then here, I'll show you the beginning of the week. It has space for you to put whatever subject you're working with right here on the side. So very simple, to the point. That's all I need. That is all I need. And then I've been going through and adding in, like, you guys can't see it, but it has words in here of what my plan is, like where we're gonna be, planning out my lessons here. Like, this is what lesson we need to be on by this day. This year I am going to be a little bit more strict, because we felt, obviously, I like I've shared with you guys, we didn't do as much as I wanted to do, just because like I physically could not do more. What's wrong? Physically couldn't do more. So I just did the best that I could do. But sometimes you have seasons where it is a cruise, and like a slower season where you're just kind of gliding. And then sometimes you have hustle seasons and you have to hustle. And while I don't think that your homeschool should be a hustle, sometimes you just have to get stuff done. And so this year we have to get things done. We absolutely have to. There's no other way around it. This what I'm about to show you next, I have to return one of them because I ordered too many. And then I looked at it and I'm like, is that even too easy for them? But we're going to stick with it. We're just going to go at a faster pace. So I ordered, like, another thing that I want to get better at, a lot better at, is writing. I love English. Language arts is my jam. But I don't feel like it's showing in my homeschool. And so we need to get better at a lot of things in language arts, and I want to get them on the same page. If it's possible, but I want to get them on the same page, which means that one kid we had bumped up, and then they'll be together, and then I will move them both up. So they'll be really advanced. That is my plan, as long as God says so, right? So we're going to do a workshop. We're going to do writing workshops every single day. And so I picked up this writing workshop. I had one of these with Cameron, but I didn't use it because I didn't understand the levels that they went in. But they start at A, so you can see level A here, and they just go all the way up. I think Cameron had level J, and he was in like 6th grade, but I didn't use it. So anyways, I have a 3rd and 4th grader. They could absolutely start at level B to C and D, like they could. However, this is new to us. It's the beginning of the school year. I'm throwing a lot at us. I looked up, I read through the instructions, and it said that you can, you can start them off, you just go at a faster pace. So we're going to choose to go at a faster pace, and we'll be able to complete 3 of these books in 1 year. So that's the plan, is to end the year in book C. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys along. I think we're going to like it. I flipped through, I've looked at the lessons, all of that. If you guys want more in depth, I guess I'll have it over on Instagram, because I don't know where else to put it, of this writing shop. So I grabbed, like I said, I grabbed 2 of these on accident. It comes with the book, like the teacher's guide, and then worksheets. And so I actually, let me show you what else I got. So that one that you just saw, the one that I just showed you, is getting returned. The ones that I'm keeping have spiral, they're spiraled on the side here. And I went through already and I tabbed off the lessons. Then here are the worksheets. Now the worksheets, when I was flipping through, I'm like, this has to be returned because A for ant, like, come on, we're not doing that. But it does get more difficult. It does get more difficult. We're not going to do A for ant. We're not doing that. But some fun things, like, they might enjoy, like, my favorite things. Draw a picture of your favorite things. Even this is pretty easy and simple. But they'll get a couple wins in before it gets hard. And then they, as you can see, the back, it has like a writing lesson on the back where they have to write. So the front is easier, and then the back is them practicing actually writing words. So this one is lesson 7 is rhyme time. What a silly blank, it likes to wear a cape. So they have to find a word that rhymes with that. So, and then this is a web of ideas. Write the topic in the circle. Write information on the lines of the web. So it gets more challenging as the lessons go on. And that's okay. The first one might just be us kind of figuring out how to get this done before we go into more challenging ones. I also grabbed book C because in all actuality, I thought that one kit would be book A and then the next kit would be book B because of their grade. But then I'm like, girl, that is a lot. Put them on the same page, do the writing workshop with them together at the same time, and move on about your day. Book A, we're going to go to book B. I have not tabbed it off because I'm just going to use those tabs to go over there. And then book B has a packet here as well with worksheets that I will just copy for them. And then this one is, lesson 1 is a letter. They're going to learn how to write a letter, postcard, and they're going to fill in the sentences. That's the first one, and then it gets a little bit more difficult as time progresses. These are all 2 pages, and they're all together like this. So as time progresses, they'll have more work to complete. And this is set up to be a fun workshop. That's what we're going for. So we don't need it to be crazy challenging. So that's my plan. Now, as far as cursive, we're doing, or as far as handwriting goes, last year we started cursive. So the kids do know how to write in cursive. This year we're just continuously practicing our cursive. So they're going to both do this book, which is Handwriting Without Tears. I go through all of the handwriting curriculums. We've used Zane and Blosser, we've used this, we've used The Good and the Beautiful, so we've used all of them. I like all of them. I don't have a preference. I just, like, they go through these so fast that we end up just using all of them for the, you know, like I'll order the rest of them as well. And if you're looking for just a beginner's cursive, this would be a great option. It is very beginner friendly. We did cursive last year. I taught them cursive without a curriculum last year. So we had a curriculum that we used after, but I really did just go through it and teach them cursive. The next thing that I'm adding back in, which we have not done since I had my now senior in school, which was 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago when he was being homeschooled, is Explode the Code. We're adding that back in. So we're doing book 3 and book 4 in Explode the Code. Looking like, am I missing anything else now? One more thing that I want to share is this cute. Isn't this adorable? Last thing that I want to share with you is this adorable apple that I picked up from Home Goods. It's wicker. The top comes off. And I just use it to store my Post-it notes. It has been wonderful in homeschool planning. This was a recent purchase. I have the receipt in here to tell you guys when I bought it. So I bought this July 31st. I have all of these things. So all of this tabs, you know, that I keep in their books, all of that is in here. and it's on my teacher cart that you guys will get to see in probably the next video. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to film it next or do like an overall curriculum video, but you guys will get to see that coming up soon. That is all I have for today though. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at To Each Their Own Home. I did see some of you guys over there that started to follow me from the last video, so make sure you find me on Instagram so that you can get a flip through of the planner and whatever else that you guys are interested in. Leave it in the comments below and I'll have that for you guys over on Instagram. Until next time, take care, friends, and have a beautiful day. Bye.